Welcome back at 7:30. Good morning. I'm Maddie Kurth. Hannah Gard joining us now with your Weather Authority forecast. Hannah.
Thanks, Maddie. Very cloudy out there to start off your Saturday, but it's not quite as dreary as what we've been seeing where we had that persistent rainfall. We are drying out a little bit through the weekend. We're going to keep the clouds today, and we have this breeze coming off the lake. You can see how choppy the waters are. That will keep the temperatures down too. Now, because it rained yesterday, we actually have some cooler lows this morning. We're in the 70s across the whole area, feeling pretty good, and we do have that breeze, especially for the North Shore. So you're going to be feeling that throughout the day. Some areas seeing some peaks of sunshine, but most of us have these dense clouds lingering over us. A lot of these are in the upper levels where you see them kind of moving up to the northeast. Those are those upper level clouds. Meanwhile, on the surface, they're actually easterly, so they're heading east to west, and we're seeing some showers popping up with that. A lot of this coastal, though. I don't think we'll have a lot of shower activity inland, but we could see a few scattered showers. Nothing, though, compared to what we saw yesterday. We actually hit a record daily rainfall total. We had almost 2 inches of rain, 1.94 inches. The old record was 0.87 inches in 2009. Typically, October is one of our drier months of the year, though. Unless we get a tropical system, we just don't get that much rain. So all of that persistent rainfall yesterday hit that record. Today, it's not going to be like that. We'll have 30% coverage, maybe some showers. They'll be mostly light, too. You could have a moderate downpour, but I'm thinking just sprinkles, cloudy and mild. The temperatures only getting to 82 for our high, and we'll have that breeze kicking up, especially through the afternoon. Tomorrow, a couple degrees warmer. We'll see the sun peeking out. Same with Monday. It'll be a lot sunnier, and then we'll have a front come through. It's not going to significantly drop the highs. We'll still be right around average at 84, but the lows, especially for the North Shore, will drop down. By Wednesday, we'll be in the 50s, and that will stay that way through the start of the weekend. We'll have some drier air coming in. It'll drop the dew points down, and that'll allow those lows to fall a little bit more. But that cold front that comes through is going to sweep up this tropical system we expect to form in the Gulf. So you can see this area in red, high chance of forming over the next 2 days now. And this is looking really robust this morning. We have a lot of thunderstorm activity. It's starting to spin, so we could see this come together very quickly as it moves eastward in the Gulf of Mexico. These are very warm waters across the whole Gulf, anomalously warm sea surface temperatures to fuel this system. So we'll watch this move a little bit northward, and then you see a lot of these models expecting this eastward motion until it moves to the northeast and heads toward Florida. So areas like Tampa, Fort Myers, all the way down to the southern tip of the Florida Peninsula need to be paying close attention to this system. This is the same area that just got impacted by Helene. We saw storm surge, rainfall, tornado threat, but that was offshore. This is going to be a more direct impact for those areas, and a lot of the intensity guidance here has this getting to hurricane status, potentially even making a run for a major. So you see how long this sits down there over the warm Gulf waters. It has until next Tuesday, Wednesday to wrap up and strengthen. So I would not be shocked if we see a pretty strong storm trying to form down to the south. Here's that front. This comes through our area Monday into Tuesday. We're going to have that drier and cooler air behind that. So we're on the drier side of the system, and this is the typical path that these storms will take this time of year because we have these fronts coming down. They kind of get swept over to the east. It's really hard to get a storm in the northern Gulf in October. Rain potential, it's going to be very, very high rain totals over here along the western coast of Florida. Again, these areas are very saturated from Helene. If you have friends, family over there, you need to make sure they're preparing for another storm threat at the start of next week. But because this is tropical in nature, a lot of this will stay offshore for us. We do have coastal flood advisories because the winds are picking up from the east, even starting later today. So this will be in effect through Monday for those east-facing shorelines. And our marine forecast, the winds, small craft advisory, and the seas are a little bit choppy. This will likely continue to into the extended forecast because of that system. Leslie, Kirk, chilling out there in the Atlantic. Those are heading up to the north. It's hard to get a storm off the coast of Africa, making it all the way through the Caribbean this time of year, so we expect to continue to see that trend out there. The next name on the list is Milton for that system in the Gulf. That will likely be the name of that. For us, we're on the nice side. We have low humidity. Later in the week, we still stay right around average in the mid 80s. We see some 50s and 60s in the morning. by midweek next week. But of course, we're thinking, Maddie, about our friends on the west coast of Florida. Those areas were just impacted by Helene. We saw a storm surge, heavy rainfall, and this is going to be a more direct impact for them because of that storm motion into the west coast instead of parallel to it. So if you have family, friends in those areas, we're trying to give them really a heads up because they're still feeling the impacts from that last storm.
Exactly. We're also partnering here at Fox 8 with Salvation Army. We have information on our website, fox8live.com. If you'd like to donate and help those victims, we can help get that money to them.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Hannah.